Good evening. Welcome back to me being cheap. Let me start out by saying if you're a male, you can just skip over this video because we're talking about periods and stuff. So that's probably not of interest to you. But for the other half of the population, this is something you have to deal with. So I'll give you just a second to turn the video off if you don't want to hear anything more about that. So I want to talk to you tonight about an option I am maybe considering. So let's do a little bit of math. Let's just say I've been dealing with menstrual cycles for 29 years now, and at today's price, the average estimate on supplies a month is about $10. That's a combination of tampons and pads. So $10 a month, $120 a year. Obviously, they probably didn't cost that much back when I was little. But anyway, at today's prices, I have already spent over the course from when I first started to now, $3,480. That's a lot of money. That's an ongoing expense. Not to mention, if you're environmentally conscious such as me, we know that many of these products that we have used, many of the wrappers, backings, and so forth, are still in the landfill today because plastic does not go away. So I'd like to talk to you about one alternative I am considering. Not completely sure if I want to try this or not, but it is called the Mama Cloth. Get my whiteboard. Okay, the Mama Cloth. Basically, that is a reusable sanitary napkin. It's one that basically you soak it, wash it out, put it in the washer, clean it, dry it, reuse it. So far I have spent $3,480. If I were to implement this, it would be a savings of $10 a month. What I would like to add to this is I used to be a couponer, so I do have a stockpile. However, I noticed that my stockpile is dwindling and I will actually have to go out and purchase some of these items in the next couple months. So I'm planning ahead, thinking ahead about what I want to do. So for a lot of people, they don't want to do it because the ick factor. I will say I am a mom. I used cloth diapers on my kids. I would rather clean up blood than clean up BM any day of the year. So the ick factor doesn't bother me. Also, I work at home, so I would be an ideal candidate for this. It's not like I would have to carry something around with me to deal with later. So the barriers that I see to doing this are the initial supply. I don't have any, so that might be a purchase that I would have to do. However, I don't know if I want to purchase them because I don't know if it'll work. I've read a lot on the internet. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. People seem to think that they work, but I would hate to make a large initial investment only to find out that either I don't like them or the Mama Cloth does not work. So as a workaround, unless somebody wants to send me some free samples, and if that's the case, leave a comment. I will get back in touch with you. I'm considering making my own. There are many videos and instructions on how to sew your own Mama Cloth, and you can make them out of things around the house. And I tell you what I have found. For those of you that don't know what this is, it has a waterproof backing. This is a bed pad. And if you work in the medical field, you've probably seen these because they use them in hospitals a lot because they can use them as a turn sheet, but also to protect the bedding. If somebody has an accident, you can just change the pad without having to change the whole bed. I actually bought a couple of these from Walmart, believe it or not, when my children were little, in case they had a leaky diaper or when they got a little older if they had an accident. So we don't use these now, and I have two of these around the house, and so I was thinking maybe I could make my Mama Cloth out of this. From what I've read, You don't want a slick backing up against the underwear because it'll cause it to slide around, and they really recommend that you use fleece. I did locate an old fleece baby blanket that I no longer need, and I just don't know where I put it. Anyway, I was going to make the backing out of fleece, use this for the mama cloth, and then the top part is supposed to be covered with flannel, and of course I just got rid of all the flannel pajamas and flannel sheets at the yard sale. So I'm going to have to look around and see if I can find something old around here that's made out of flannel. Anyway, so time is a factor. I don't know that this is going to cost me anything unless I have to go out and buy the flannel, so I think it's just going to be my time, and I guess it'll just be an experiment to see if they actually work and to see if this is something that would actually work for me. So again, something I'm considering. If I do go through with this, it would be a savings of $10 a month, and the environmental part of me and the self-sufficient part of me would be really happy to not see a monthly expense from the store involving gas, packaging, and so forth, not to mention keeping things out of landfill. So, all right, that's it on that subject. Thanks for watching. Have a nice night.